Hi there guys, Luis from Vintage Action. I hope you guys are all well. And today guys, I'm going to be talking you about this cult classic from 1995, a new image film starring Michael Paré, Billy Drago, Robin Smith, Walker Brandt, Ron Smerjak, Greg Latter, like a great cast, iconic B action sci-fi movie that I watched countless times growing up. And for me, this one is super fun. It's entertaining, it's glorious, it's over the top. There is explosions, motorcycle chases. You have horses in this one. And this one here, guys, is the DVD. That's the only way you can watch this movie, because like many of the other like new image movies, this one is stuck on DVD. There is no Blu-ray release. It's not playing on any streaming platform. And obviously, I'm talking about Lunar Cop, directed by the legendary, iconic Boaz Davidson, that you might know movies like Blood Run, also from New Image, with David Bradley. Boaz Davidson directed this one, and you might know him as well. He was the one directing American Cyborg Steel Warrior, one of the last movies that were released by Canon theatrically, and after that Canon went bankruptcy. And so basically Boaz Davidson is the one that directed Blood Run, American Cyborg Steel Warrior, and then he brought us this, like, for me, amazing, like, piece of action sci-fi, like pure B-gem gold from the 90s. And I know that a lot of people might say this is like a silly movie. People might say it's cheesy, it's not great, it's like predictable. Hey, guess what? Most of the B action movies from the 80s and from the 90s were like that. It's not because of that we don't love these movies. And this one is one that I watched growing up countless times. This was always on TV. I had the VHS as well. I mean, if you guys like, this is a mixture between like Mad Max and the Terminator. You have all those elements. Mad Max was super famous, even though I'm not the biggest like fan of the Mad Max like saga. I watched all of them obviously growing up. And then Sergio Santiago, he directed a lot of kind of like rip-offs, of like the Mad Max movies, like Equalizer 2000 with Richard Norton. That's one I really liked. I prefer the B action movies and the big, like big budget, and Wheels on Fire, and then Striker. So it was movies that Sergio Santiago kind of like, that's like Mad Max. I'm going to make it like into like the B movies, and pick up the elements from Mad Max and turn it like in. And the movies were super popular in the B world, right? All these three movies I just mentioned to you. And then you have this one that on top of you have the Mad Max elements, you have the mix with cyborgs, and this is like great. I'm going to tell you everything about this DVD. You can see the main menu behind me. Basically, even the big like the big line from this line, the big line when they were promoting the movie and the poster, it came to hurt to clean up the mess. Basically, you have Michael Paré. It's like a lunar cop. Joe Brody, right, is from the moon colony, and he's sent to planet Earth, right, to retrieve a stolen like serum, right. And he's being pitched by his like superiors, his bosses, that basically the planet Earth is like a wasteland, and he needs to go there to retrieve that serum that is super important for the humanity, right? And basically, when he arrives, he finds a post-apocalyptic wasteland, Mad Max style, ruled by thugs, motorcycle thugs, bikers, and those motorcycle thugs, bikers have a leader, the big boss of those motorcycle thugs, the thug boys. The big leader, the main guy, is the one and only Billy Drago. Again, if you have Billy Drago in a movie playing the bad guy, it cannot go wrong. And basically, you see Michael Paré, Joe Brody, right? He falls in a peaceful encampment that is being menaced by the Drago gang, the rough boys, right? And he stands up to fight the bikers, right? To help Walker Brand character, Thora, right? And then he's invited to stay over in their encampment, and then he falls in love with her, and just to find out later in the movie that she's an actual cyborg, and basically after he gets to planet Earth, right, he realizes that the bosses, the superiors, they didn't tell him the truth about the mission, right, but because he was told to go to planet Earth, to retrieve that serum, but then he realizes that probably he's on the wrong side, and then he decides to stay and fight with the people in that encampment on that live in planet Earth, right? And then not basically follow the rules and the orders he had from the moon colony, right? And he had only one specific goal. The guys told him, the big bosses, Joe, you have to go to planet Earth and you need to retrieve the serum. But the reality is that he didn't. And the rest is glorious, again, over the top, B action, fun, entertaining, explosions. Of course, there is plot holes in this movie, and of course, there is a motorcycle buried under the sand, leaping out into the air. Looks spectacular. It might look silly, not realistic, but it's super fun. And basically, all this action is a well staged action. The stunts are great. The stunts are amazing. And even in a lot of the scenes, you can see actual Michael Paré riding the motorcycle. And then you can see Robin Smith as well. And actually, I was telling about the plot. Basically, when I said Paré didn't go and didn't follow the rules that he had, to retrieve that serum, and because he didn't, the big bosses are going to send Robin Smith, the legendary Robin Smith, that was the WWE commissioner, that he was in many new image movies like Shadow Chaser 2. It was in Never Say Die with Zagarino as well. And in this one, he plays an android. You see the opening scene, the first 10 minutes, basically it's in the moon colony. Actually, it's a nice opening. You see the costumes and the actual interior of that moon colony looks great. Of course, there is something there that, the exterior model, the miniature that you use to show us being the moon colony, it looks a little bit bad. It looks like a 10-year-old could do better in a science class, because basically when they show the exterior or the moon colony, said something is wrong here, that doesn't look good. But again, don't let turn you down, be a turn off watching the movie, because that's and I'll show you later here on the DVD that specific scene. Obviously you see that big opening and there's a nice action sequence the first 10 minutes, and you see Paré in the moon colony and Robin Smith, and then they show the exterior and you say that doesn't look good, right? That miniature is really bad. But again, this is a B movie. They didn't want to spend a lot of money with that. Nowadays on your phone you could do something amazingly better than that. but just that's just like a small like detail. And obviously these movies are not perfect. These movies are super low budget, but again, you have like you have like Michael Paré. He was in great shape in this movie. You can see, even though Michael Paré was not a martial artist, in a lot of his movies you can see him doing some moves. Obviously, he was super fit always. You could see he was like lifting weights, and he had a few moves. And you see most of the scenes you see is the one doing his own stunts. Obviously, when he's like crazy jumps with the motorcycle, it's like a stunt double. But even a lot of the scenes is like driving the Harley Davidson, right? Even with Walker Brand, and even that final chase scene, Robin Smith, the android chasing like Michael Paré. You can see they are both like driving the motorcycles, right? So it's not like a lot of the movies you see like the main leads, and it's like 100% the stunt doubles doing the scenes. You can see on this one they are doing a lot of their of the scenes, right? And again, people can say, oh, the plot, and of course it's great. You are like on a moon colony, and you are sent to planet Earth to retrieve that serum. And after that, I mean, the action is great. It's amazing. It's literally over the top. If you like B movies and you haven't seen this one, because let me tell, this one for me is like a little bit like underrated, it went under the radar, because there are a lot of these B movies that people talk about online and became like cult sensations, right? I don't think it's the case with Lunar Cop, because you can see like a Shadow Chaser 2 that is like a new image movie. There's a lot of people talking about, but for some reason, Lunar Cop, it's one that people don't talk about for some reason. And for me, this is super entertaining. And especially if you grew up in the 80s and the 90s and you like the Canon, the PM movies, the new image movies, this one is one definitely you have to check, because again, Smith is over the top as the villain. Billy Drago, it's always amazing, like a crazy psychopath, being the leader, the main guy of this motorcycle gang. So we have two great villains. You have like Billy Drago, that is said, like, imagine seeing Billy Drago as the leader of like a motorcycle gang that rules the planet like Earth, right? And then you see like Robin Smith coming from the moon to finish the job that Michael Paré didn't. And you have that final like fight scene, that motorcycle chase, that is super entertaining. Again, I cannot say good things about this one, even with all the plot holes and the revealing mistakes. That always happen in this kind of movie. So that's not going to stop you from watching this movie. Great villains, and again, you have Mad Max, like Terminator mix. So 100%, guys, I advise you guys to check this one. The only issue is, again, that I know of, this one is not on any streaming platform. Again, it's a new image movie, so there is no Blu-ray release. This one is not on Prime. That's not on Tubi. It's not on Plex. It's not on YouTube. And there is a German DVD that is the one I got. Like I had this one for a long time. At the time, it cost me £8-9, so roughly just like around $10 in the US dollars for you guys that follow me in US. But you can still find it like on Amazon Germany. Even you can check sometimes Amazon Italy, UK, France. But most of the times this is German DVD, as you can see, that was released by EMS. And this one was released in 2005, as you can see, by EMS. So this one has been released for 20 years ago. There is also like a French DVD, but the only problem with that French DVD is that it doesn't have the original English audio. So basically it's only dubbed in French. You cannot like watch it like with the original English audio. And this one was never released in the UK, like many of the new image movies. There were a lot being released, but a lot of the cult classic, the most famous like new image movies, unfortunately, they were not released in in the UK. Again, some were released in France, in Germany, in Italy, in the US, but some were not. And this one is another one that, like Blood Run, was not released here in the UK. It was released in Italy, and it was released in the US, like a double bill with Art Justice. And this one is another one that I don't even know if this one, you guys let me know if you are in the US, if this one was ever released in the US. I checked online, and the only two DVDs like available like worldwide that I could like see being sold was like this one and the French one as well. And I saw some pictures of like a Dutch DVD, so it might have been like a Dutch release as well, because in Netherlands they release a lot of these new image movies. I have like 3 or 4 new image movies that are like Dutch releases, right? So it might have been released in the Netherlands as well. But again, it's hard to find, but check on eBay, check on Amazon, because again, this is not on YouTube or any like streaming platform. And let me just show you the picture quality. The picture quality is like solid, and as you can see here, like you have like English audio. 2.0, you have 2.0 German, and you have 5.1 German, so you don't have 5.1 English. And this one doesn't have any this one, as you can see, doesn't have any subtitles, English or German subtitles. It's just the, but let me show you here. As you can see here on the background, the main like menu, you see Robin Smith that plays the android. And here you have some like advertisement to future DVDs that are about to be released. And here I can show you, just to show you the DVD. If you guys like find, I mean, get this one, buy it. I checked, I think 3 weeks ago, and on Amazon Germany, I think this one, there was like an option used. Someone was selling this one for 25 euros, but sometimes you might get lucky, get it cheaper, sometimes more expensive. Again, it's like you might get lucky, so just look for it, like Lunar Cop, and you might get this one. And again, this one, if you see this one from EMS, you can see this is the artwork. This one has the English audio, so you don't need to worry about that. So let me just show you. As you can see here, they like in Germany, they like Robin Smith playing the android, because it's on the all over the menu. So you can see you have German 5.1, German 2.0, and you have English 2.0. So no 5.1 on this one. And here, let me just, and on the specials, you have like a trailer of the movie, and you have like Michael Paré biographies written in German, and you have the trailer. And here, like, let me just put the movie so I can show you guys can see the picture quality. And the picture quality is really good for a DVD. It's like 4:3 full screen, as you can see here, the legendary logo, new image. Let me just fast forward here, and here is like, you see, is like this is when he arrives to planet Earth, and you see like Michael Paré like driving the Harley Davidson. Let me just go back on this one a bit. So, and here it's the only scene. Again, guys, I don't want this like to turn you guys to see this one and to be like a turn down. Obviously, you see this is supposed to be the exterior of the moon colony. And obviously, these like special effects are like awful. It's like you can, again, like I said, like a 10-year-old could do something better when it comes to to paint or to draw. Like this is supposed to be the exterior of the moon colony, and you can see that miniature is a little bit lame. But again, this for me doesn't take anything from the movie, because this is like just like the movie, even though it's like Lunar Cop, the movie is like 98% of the movie is set like in the planet Earth, right? You have like in the in the sands, in the desert. I think this one is another one that I think it was shot like in South Africa, like many of the new image movies and the late canon movies and the new image movies. 90% of the movies were filmed there in South Africa. Then they start filming a lot of movies in Bulgaria, like, but that was in the 2000s. But that's the thing. The only thing about the movies, this one, basically this miniature that is supposed to be the exterior of the moon colony, and it's a little bit lame. You have to be honest when it comes to that. But again, and here you have a lot of like the legendary actors. You can see the picture quality. It's a good like picture quality, and then you can see there it's Ron Smerzak or Smerzak. I think that's Polish. So Smerzak, that was in Free Fall. It was in Cyborg Cop, American Ninja 4, American Eagle. It was in so many like iconic. And this is like the opening scene. I cannot show much to get a copyright, but this is like a nice like opening scene. And there is like nice fight scenes in the again the costumes and the interior of the moon colony. I think it's really cool, to be honest. That opening scene, action scene, it's really nice. The only like thing is like when they show that exterior, they could have done a little bit better, but that's like nothing. It's just like 10 seconds. It doesn't take anything from the movie. So let me just fast forward this. And again, you can see here the sands, the desert, and here you can see already Paré driving like Walker Brand on his like motorcycle, and you can see you have a lot of motorcycle jumps. You can see this is like over the top, and here's like Billy Drago and all of his like goons. And here, as you can see here, the legendary Billy Drago, and as always, is crazy and over the top. And you can see that guy there that he just pushes is Greg Lather. He's the guy that is in Kickboxer 5 to the death, in Danger Zone. He's a lot of like, and Drago plays like always like a crazy guy over the top. And again, and you can see here like some scenes from the movie. The picture quality looks like really good for a DVD. Again, it's 4:3. This is already like to the end, towards the end of the movie, like hour of the movie. This hour is 1 hour. Movie is 1 hour 28 minutes. And here you can see the legendary Robin Smith. That is the guy that is like in the Never Say Die. Is in Project Shadow Chaser 2. He was the WWE commissioner in '97. If you guys like wrestling, and the picture quality again, it's solid for a DVD. There are worse like DVDs than this one, and you can see here this is like the one of the final scenes. Yeah, and here you see like Parade. It was in great shape, as you guys can see here. Parade was in great shape, and I'll stop it here. This is one of the, again, as you can see, this one is 1 hour 28 minutes, and again, this one is never like boring. You have action, non-stop action, every 10 minutes. You have like motorcycle chases, motorcycles like jumping. There are like explosions. You have Harley Davidsons. You have like horses. You have like Parade in great shape on this one. Billy Drago playing like a crazy villain. You have like also Robin Smith playing like a crazy android villain as well. All of this in the post-apocalyptic like a world, like on planet Earth, right? So you have like elements of Mad Max, Terminator, like Cyborg, everything in one movie. And that movie is called Lunar Cop from 1995 with Michael Paré, Billy Drago, Robin Smith, directed by the legendary Boaz Davidson. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Lunar Cop from '95. if this one was one of your favorites as well. Growing up, it was definitely one of my favorites. I watched it countless times. In Portugal, this one is actually called like Lunar Squad. If you translate it, it doesn't make sense. It's just one. It's not like a squad, but that's the title they gave it in Portugal, Lunar Squad. And literally one of my favorites. And if it's your first time watching my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Hit that like button. Comment on below. Every time you like my videos, you comment on below. You'll be helping me. And guys, I like to interact with you guys. Your opinion is always important to me. So feel free to comment on below and let me know what you think about Lunar Cop. And as always, guys, I'll be with you guys reviewing, unboxing, talking with you guys about these cult classics from the 80s and the 90s that we love and we grew up with, right? That is the golden era of the action, the sci-fi, of these B-gems. We don't have movies like this anymore. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Lunar Cop from 95, and I'll be with you guys soon, as always, talking you about action. Keep strong.